Hello and welcome to Home Gupshup. So just last week we were off on a little vacation in Rome, and back then Berlin hadn't really turned cold yet. It felt pretty manageable when we left. But Rome, oh, it was warmer, brighter, and honestly just so much more comforting. We roamed around, explored so many beautiful places, and filled our days with simple joys. But the moment we landed back in Berlin, that very day, we were greeted by gloomy grey skies. And the next morning, rain and cold winds in full swing. None of us were prepared for that. Winter had suddenly happened to us. To my surprise though, I wasn't bogged down. You know, for a homemaker like me, what matters most is the home. I was actually really happy to be back, to the comfort of my own space, my cozy blankets, just the right kind of mattress, not too soft, not too hard. It felt grounding in a way. The very next morning, after cracking open the windows and resetting the bedroom a bit, I was already itching to refresh the house. I added a few autumn touches on the kitchen counter, made sure there was fresh ginger for my daily chai, and popped in a few warm lights to soften the mood. That's when it really hit me. It was time to welcome change. Not just from a sunny country to a chilly one, but the shift in seasons itself. It came in so quickly, it almost felt like we were catching up. Now the reason we went to Italy in the first place, well, I've seen the country before, but this time my brother-in-law was visiting us. It had been such a long time since someone came over. It honestly felt like a mini celebration. And yes, he brought a few goodies for me too. Actually, not brought, I asked him to bring them. One of the things I requested was this tablecloth. Because let's be honest, if it's grey and dull outside, why not bring in some colour indoors? And I did that with this small but cheerful change. That morning's breakfast was very much a throw-together kind of meal. I had sabudana vada made in advance, and since we didn't have any bread to go with it, I paired it with some buns. It wasn't too bad, to be honest. With a few chutneys and bits and bobs, we managed to put together something satisfying. Even though it wasn't the most perfect meal, it was homemade and it felt like a blessing. Oh, and this tablecloth, it's spill and stain proof. I know many of you keep asking me about it, so I figured I'd finally share it here. The weather may have taken a sharp turn, but that cold outside couldn't stop us from feeling warm and content at home. I feel like after a certain number of years living somewhere, the weather just becomes part of the background. It stops bothering you so much. And just as I was talking about grey skies, guess what happened? A little sunshine peeked through. It's always the little things, isn't it? Now, if you live in Europe, you know the drill. Most plants need to be moved indoors once the chill sets in. I didn't have too many plants on the balcony this time, but I still brought the whole rack inside. It's that time of the year when everything slowly moves towards the windows, closer to the light, closer to warmth. It's almost become a ritual now. Just like how during Diwali we string up lights and clean every corner, this is part of the seasonal rhythm too. With winter also comes dry air thanks to all the heating. But let me tell you, getting a good humidifier makes a world of a difference, not just for the plants, but for us too. I recently added this sleek and smart one from DREO. I already have a couple of their fans and I love how everything is app controlled. You can schedule start and stop times, choose between warm or cool mist, monitor the humidity and even adjust the direction of the vapors with a rotating knob on top. I've placed it right next to the plants, killing two birds with one stone. Meanwhile, I got my chole going with the instant pot. It's super simple. Once everything's in, there's nothing to monitor. I've been using this cute little spice box kind of a thing lately. Great for tossing in whole spices in recipes like these. Just a touch of salt, a pinch of baking soda, and that's it, done. Now the Instant Pot is going to do the job for me. Also, does this happen to you too? Every time I come back from a trip, I feel like changing the bed sheets or swapping out the cushion covers. This time though, I had an extra reason too. I really just wanted to add some color. I pulled out this velvety pink cushion cover and I had bought this ages ago from Amazon if I'm not wrong. I wasn't using it much back then, so it ended up tucked away behind the cupboard. But velvet? It always reminds me of winter and cold season. It just has that soft, warm feel. So you could try it too. Now the indoor plants in the bedroom won't get as much light during these months, so I make it a point to keep their leaves clean. And winter means less dust anyway, so it's the perfect time to give them a little shine. I like using a microfiber glove for this, something I've shared before too. I also removed the fan from the room and moved it down to the cellar, making space for the winter things now. These little seasonal shifts, I genuinely enjoy them. And in the process, the house gets a mini deep clean, one section at a time. And oh, here's a tip I love. If I have a couple of empty baskets, I just nest them together. That way they're both accessible and easy to store without taking up much space.
Into your eyes, I see we're out of time. I guess no one's to blame, nobody crossed the line.
And did you know, in Germany it's actually recommended to open the windows 2 to 3 times a day for about 10 to 15 minutes, even when it's freezing outside. It's better for ventilation and to avoid mold buildup. Interesting, right? That difference between indoor and outdoor temperatures can cause condensation and humidity problems. The bonus, you don't need to dust as often. So there's always a pro and con to a place. Once the fan was out, I also installed a heater in my cozy little nook. I love sitting there with a book or even my chai. This one's also from DREO and I love how thoughtful the design is. It's white, matches my aesthetic, and it's smart too, can be fully controlled through the phone. It swivels vertically at 30, 60 or 90 degrees and same for the horizontal movement. I usually keep both swivels on so the warm air spreads evenly across the space. You can even schedule it on, off, however you like. I'll drop links to both DREO products in the description box in case you'd like to check them out. Now coming to something I've been experimenting with, DIY incense stick holders. I've shared a few in past videos, but this time I used a long slender tray. I placed a small holder on one end and the tray helps catch all of the ash. The smaller trays usually work fine, but a bit of ash always flies around. This setup seems to catch everything, though yes, it does take up a little more space on the table. I also ordered some incense cones recently, never used them before, and this was my first try. Since they give off more smoke, I had to open all the windows wide, but the fragrance that lingered afterward, oh, it was such a bliss. Especially in winter, scents just stick around longer in this season somehow. And you know me, every time I clean a spot, I end up decluttering too. I'm sure many of you do the same. It's the best way to check what's being used, what's not, and bring useful things into focus. Like this lazy Susan I had lying around, I already use a couple around the house, so I wasn't sure where to put it. This was an extra one. Then suddenly I thought, why not try using it for my cups? And oh, it did work really well. I gave the whole cabinet a good clean inside and out. And one of my favorite things to bring back from a trip is crockery, even mugs really. I still remember picking up blue pottery from Rajasthan. It's such a lovely way to carry a memory home, right? Something that's beautiful and useful at the same time. I decluttered a few mugs today as well. I'll be reorganizing this section properly later, but for now just doing the basics and arranging the lazy Susan. This afternoon we are planning to have chole puri for lunch. For those of you living abroad or who are not from India, chole is a chickpea curry. It's a staple in Indian households, I can say, and surprisingly, it's quite popular here in Germany too, even among our German folks. Hot puris with chole, nothing really beats that combo. I know many of us make them during Diwali or special occasions as well. Do you also enjoy puris? What's your favorite thing to pair with them? Let me know in the comment section. Let's share a little joy together, not just through comforting food, but through the warmth of changing seasons and the excitement of upcoming festivals. Thank you so much for staying with me till the very end. It really means a lot. I'm so happy to have you here as a part of this cozy little corner that we call Home Gupshup. Until next time, take care, stay warm, and I'll see you soon.
Then I know